everyone, and welcome back to CrocknitCrafts. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet this lovely flower. It's very easy, beginner friendly, and you can make it in different colors. This is the front and that's the back. So without wasting much of your time, let's start. So you're going to need a 4mm hook. I know you can't see this, but it's actually a 4mm hook, and you're going to need a yarn needle to weave in our ends later, and you're going to need a stitch marker, and you're going to need two different yarn colors. So for my base, which is this part here, I'm going to be using this gray color, and for the flower I'm going to be using this color here. I think they're going to be great together. So we are going to start, and for the hook you can check your label. It will tell you what hook size you should use for that particular yarn you are using. Okay, now we are going to start with the magic ring. So let's do the chain 4 method. So we are going to start with a slip knot like so, and we are going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now we are going to slip stitch into the first chain we did. So we're going to insert our hook like so, and we yarn over, then we pull through the first loop, then we pull through the second loop, and now we have made a magic ring. Next we are going to chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and we are going to do 12 double crochets into the ring, and these 3 chains count as our first double crochets. So we're going to make 11 double crochets plus this one. We have 12 double crochets because we're counting those chains as our first double crochet. Okay, now we're going to yarn over, insert our hook into the center of that ring, yarn over, pull through. Now we've got 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Again, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through. Now we've got 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. So after you're done with your first double crochet, grab your stitch marker and mark that first stitch so that you will know where to slip stitch to close the round. Now we have 1, 2. Now we need, remember I said we need 11 double crochets plus the chains we did at the beginning. We'll have 12 double crochets in total. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So now I'm going to go ahead and count my stitches and make sure that I have 12 double crochets in total, including those 3 chains. So 1, yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to close the round. So we are going to remove our stitch marker, place it aside, and then insert your hook where the stitch marker was, and then yarn over, then we pull through, then we pull through on the other side. Okay, like so. So if you want to close that round, you're going to turn your work and you just pull that end tail here, just pull it like so, and then it's closed. So now we are going to chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and we're going to do another double crochet on the base of those 3 chains, and another double crochet again into the next stitch. So we're going to do 2 double crochets into the next, 2 double crochet in each stitch, 2 double crochet in each stitch. That's what we are doing. So 1 here and another one there. Now into the next stitch, 2 double crochets. So we are placing 2 double crochets into each stitch all the way to the end, and don't forget to mark the first stitch, the first double crochet you did. I always forget because I'm used to this. I've been doing this for so many years, but if you're an absolute beginner, it helps to just mark the first stitch so that you will know where to slip stitch into to close the round. So we're going to carry on placing 2 double crochets into each stitch all the way to the end. So now I'm done with this row, and I'm going to count my stitches before I slip stitch to close this round. So let's start counting from the chains we did here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 23 and 24. Remember, we started with 12 double crochets, and in the second round we did 2 double crochet into each stitch, so which means we should have 24 stitches. So if you have 24 stitches, remove your stitch marker and slip stitch on top of that marked stitch to join this round. And now you're going to grab your scissors and then you cut. And then you just pull through like so, and then grab your needle, and we're going to weave in the tail. Okay, so now we are done with this, with the base of our flower. So what you're going to do is grab your next yarn color, and this is the right side and this is the wrong side. So we're going to be working on the wrong side. Okay, so we are going to grab our hook again, and you can make a slip knot, or you can just, you know, leave a long tail to weave it in later, and you just insert your hook, but make sure that you insert your hook in this ridge here. I hope you can see it, into that ridge, but from the back. You see, from the back, so in here, right, like so. So we insert our hook from the right side to the wrong side, like so, and then attach our hook like so. And then we're going to start making our chains here. Slip stitch it into the next stitch here. We're going to slip stitch like so, and then into the next one we also slip stitch, but make sure your slip stitches are very loose. Right, now you see what I'm doing at the back. I'm yarning over at the back there, yarn over, and then we pull through, and then I insert into the next, I yarn over, and then I pull through into the next, yarn over, and then I pull through all the way around. Now I've reached the end, and you see that's where I started there, so I'm just going to put my hook through there, and then I pull, okay, so, and we're going to turn, and we're going to cut our yarn, and we're going to pull through. Now next we're going to get our yarn needle again, and we're going to weave in. Take this at the back on the wrong side, right? So we're just going to insert into the next slip stitch like so, and then now it's at the back, right? And then we can weave it in. Okay, and don't forget to weave in the first end tail. Okay, now we got our scissors and we cut those petals. Okay, now bringing back our hook, we are going to make a slip knot. And we are going to insert our hook in any of those slip stitches we did. So we go underneath those two loops. Remember, there's one strand there, there's another strand. Go underneath those two strands, and then it's better if you could like fold this piece here, the bottom part, and then you slip stitch, and then you pull so that it can be tight there. And then we're going to chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So now we are working on the petals. Now, and then back into the same spot there, we just slip stitch. Right? Now we are going to chain 10 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And into the next slip stitch there, we're going to again insert our hook. That is why I say when you're making those slip stitches, make sure they are loose so that you won't struggle to insert your hook into them. Now you pull through, make a slip stitch, and then you chain 10 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we slip stitch into the next 10 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we move to the next, then we do a slip stitch. So we're going to repeat that all the way to the end. Chain 10, slip stitch all the way to the end, and I'll meet you when I'm at the end. So now I'm at the end, so I'm going to do my last chain. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And I'm going to slip stitch on top of this one right there where we started. So I'm going to insert my hook right there and just slip stitch. Oops. And then I will take it to the back. You see, I'm at the back. This is the front, and I'll take it to the back of those flowers, and then I'm just going to chain 1 and then cut my yarn, and then I'm just going to pull through and then fasten off. And there you have it. Nice, beautiful flower. So you can just go ahead and weave in all the tail ends. And that's it, guys. That's how you make this beautiful flower. As you can see, you can make them in different colors. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial as much as I did. And please do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.